G'day viewers, this fucking camera had to freaking throw at a solid steel block such as this, huh? This will smash the camera good, but I better refrain myself. I'm going to buy a new one first. This camera's well and truly paid for itself and all the YouTube revenue it's made me. 50 times on the way. Cycle the power, like taking the battery off this camera and the card in and out, in and out. The card and the adapter are fine. It works on other cameras and it works good in the computer. It's this camera. Panasonic bloody, what model is it? HTC SD20. It's made all the last, probably over 1,000 past YouTube videos of this thing. Nearly 1,000, so it done me well, so better refrain myself from smashing it, so it gets a bit frustrating when technology does that to you. It really annoys me. It's been a good YouTubing camera, so I better refrain myself till I buy a new camera. But yeah, I've got a 5-watt, 12-volt solar panel on this thing. Installed that on this tractor because it barely gets used now, so that's going to stay in there. It can have as a 5-year warranty, but that's subject to being out in the weather all of its life. It gets plenty of sun in here. It should last a lot longer than 5 years inside there in its lifespan if it's left in there, because here where it is now it will get the sun anyway. It will get adequate sunlight to top that battery up during storage. I've got another one which I'm going to use in my car, like the weekend driver, or if I don't drive the car in a while. It'll keep the car battery topped up very well as well. So that's good for a tractor. 350 milliamp charge current. That was the best one I could find for the price. I had smaller $30 ones, but they were like 80 milliamps, or 35 milliamps max actually, and that's not enough. Got another one there. It's going to go in my car at home. Found some TPS. I'm going to use some BAZ, and we'll try this 45 microfarad in that motor. Let's see if it starts it. And I've got a 25 microfarad street light capacitor for my high mercury vapor light, metal vapor light there. So they'll try that one out. It doesn't work. We'll try the 45. The 1000 microfarad Siemens capacitors that Anthony high voltage on yours sent me. They're AC as well, and I can find those. I could try one of those capacitors to start that motor, which I think one of those should fit in that little blue enclosure on the motor. But failing that, once I find them that is, I'll use one of them. But until then, I'll try these ones. Anyway, it's don't need those. That's not really very good. Very cheap. Very cheap. Very cheap. You can plug in your cigarette lighter in your car. Which I'll probably use the ones that go direct to the battery under the bonnet. You get less losses that way. So I'll use this here in the car at home, make a stand for it. Something to either go on the fence or on a post near the car, or a soft rubber feet, cloth feet I'll make for it to sit on top of the roof of the car. Maybe some old chamois or something, I can sit on top of that. As long as it stays and doesn't move. Otherwise scratch the roof if it moves around. I'm going to make a good mounting for it. Right. Turn the intelligent auto mode off in this camera. Let's see if 45 microfarad starts this motor. I get the plug pins a bit of a clean, but let's see if it's enough. Nah. Damn it. No, it's not enough. It's definitely a bit more of a kick to it though. I guess it doesn't want to get from stationary. It started more reactively. It's better. The original capacitor was 125 microfarad. If I can find those 1000 microfarad ones I got up from Anthony in storage, that'll probably do it. It's just getting the initial from stationary position, it's hard to start. Not quite, but it's better. You're just getting from stationary is the hard part. Alright. But that's not going to start at this one either, because that's a lower microfarad. Alright. This one's buggered for starting then, this motor. Ah, well, good for small projects. Once I give it a little kick, it will start. But good for things like that, that's about it. It's pretty, it's not going to start by itself there. Alright, let's wire this in. All done. I'll wire it in. I use some heavy duty heating element dishwasher, heavy duty heating element cable. I was going to use some TPS, but then I would have had to rewire the CT as well. But anyway, that wire's not going to pull much more than 20 amps on anyway. It's not designed for it, but it looks okay. No melt spots or anything in it. I probably should, now they've got all these boards and boards hanging around, if I make another one of these little meter board setups and do a proper building code wiring in it. Like that, and I can just use the breaker now. And I have the breakers and the circuit breaker like I used to have with the RCD. Now I don't have all that, so I'm going to have to make this thing safer. Alright. Just trip, see? That 60 amp, but it works. Doesn't take the current though, see when it starts? It works. Interesting. Interesting. That's not, hang on a minute, that's the model number. C2, oh it's a 2 amp breaker. Ah yes, I read this wrong here, C60N, C2 here. I think that's a 2 amp breaker. I see what the problem is. That's why it's tripping so easy. The motor takes 40 amps to kickstart, and 40 amps is easily tripping this little breaker out, so I just got to upgrade this breaker. Funny though, 60, I thought that's in there. I must have misread that model number. C60N. I thought that meant 60 amps, but no, C2, 2 amps. Small loads, this one. Interesting. Motor start's not supported now. So if the grinder will start, if it doesn't start or if it starts, let's see what this breaker does, how it behaves. We're at least allowed to run a grinder. Let's see if 2 amp breaker's enough. Just operate this switch, a bit sticky. It's got a bit of dirt and crap in it. It operates that because the motor pulls so much current at the start, and this only pulls it for a little bit. That's alright. So yeah, quick little start like that's alright, but this pulls very little current when it's running. 2.4 amps when it's running. So that you take a little bit more time on that breaker to pull up the trip. There we are. Oh well. I'll upgrade the breaker when I can find another one. I think I got a bigger one in storage somewhere. But at least I know that breaker's good. Anyway, it's enough for now. Thanks for watching.